What's going on, Sip Sip? How y'all doing? Thanks for coming back to the channel. And today is Cyber Monday, but we're still up under the Black Enterprise Economic Blackout, where we are not spending any money, or they ask that you're not spending any money. But I wanted to talk today about how do you want to be remembered? Yeah, how do you want to be remembered? So I'm on my way. Today is Monday, December 1st, and I'm driving to my aunt's service. She passed last week, and so as I drive to my aunt's funeral, you know, it makes me think about life and look at life with no filters. You understand what I'm saying? Because a lot of times when we think about life, or we look at life, we look at life with like rose-colored glasses on. And as my daddy used to say, when you start getting to the front of the line, you know, the front of the line means that there are less people in front of you and more people behind you. Or as you get older, you look at things differently. You know, and having lost my mother, my daddy, my grandmother, then my brother, cousin, you know, and then other family members, it makes you look at life differently and how you want to be remembered. You know, because when you start looking at life and the loss and dealing with the grief, you know, and not running from it, you know, things take on a whole new shape. You know, especially now in this season of Thanksgiving, you know, and my mother's birthday is tomorrow. You understand what I'm saying? And so you start to look at things differently when you go through events and you go through events, and those persons that you love, you know, you look around the room and they aren't there anymore. You know, and you have a different perspective when you look at life like that. You know, and death has a way, you know, as I think about this, you know, death has a way of quieting all of the noise. You know, nothing really, you understand, when I lost my mother and I lost my daddy, you know, there was a period where I didn't give a damn about anything. Nothing mattered to me. You understand what I'm saying? So death has a way of quieting all of the noise around you and make you feel some type of way. And it makes you think differently. You know, and when you think about those people that you lost, you typically don't think about the arguments. You think about the smiles and the laughs and the shit that y'all did. You understand what I'm saying? It's one of those things to where it has a way of humbling people. And then when you turn around and look around and you see how many people are gone. You understand what I'm saying? When you think about it, like people in your family, how many people are actually gone and not here anymore? You know, and you could just... So my question again is, how do you want to be remembered? You understand what it's saying? What I'm saying? So life is, you know, we live sometimes like there is no tomorrow, or that day will never come. But guess what? They say two things are inevitable, big word in life, and that's death and taxes. You're gonna pay taxes. And I just learned the lesson the hard way. You understand? It cost me a couple of $1,000s learning the hard way. But death is coming to you. You know, my dad would always joke and say, man, there's people dying every day that's never died before. You understand what I'm saying? And for you haters, I got my seatbelt on. You understand? There's people dying every day that's never died before. And so how do you want to be remembered? I know I want to be remembered as I was a great husband. You know, I was a great friend. I was loyal. I was a damn good daddy. You understand what I'm saying? I was a good cousin. I was a good uncle. I want to be remembered like that. I wanted to be remembered as somebody that gave his all, that did a damn good job, wasn't afraid to take risks with doing his best. You understand what I'm saying? He I can tell them they call me the laxative at work. Why? Why do they call me the laxative? Because I'm gonna make some shit happen. And so that's how I want to be remembered. When I'm gone from this earth, I want them to say, hey, here lies a great man. He loved his family. He give his all. He get a shirt off his back. You understand? That's how I want to be remembered. How do you want to be remembered? How do you want people to remember you? You still have a chance if you alive. Oh, excuse me. And if you above ground, you still have an opportunity to change that narrative. You understand? You have an opportunity to change that narrative. So how do you want to be remembered? That's all. Because this is a rainy day. It's a gloomy day. I guess it fits the occasion, but it's a sad day when you have to go and bury someone that you love, one of your family members. So that's all I wanted to say. Thank y'all for stopping by the channel. Thank you for giving me your ears and your eyes for this brief moment. I appreciate y'all. And if I said something that you like, drop a comment. Let somebody know how you want to be remembered. Full of life, energetic. Yeah, drop a comment. Hit the like button. The one that looks like this. And subscribe. So, hey, y'all have a good day. Sip, sip.